Hi, I'm Andy and this is Investing Book Highlights. I started reading investing books 2 years ago. I took it to heart when I learned that the best investors in the world read, and they read a lot, and they read a variety of different topics. Investing Book Highlights is here to help investors navigate the large selection of investing books available. So when I read a book with my yellow highlighter, I highlight important sentences or passages. Some books I'll highlight a lot, some books I'll highlight a few, and some books I don't make any highlights at all. Highlighting when you read is something I definitely encourage. The Dhandho Investor was the 13th investing book I read. Written by Mohnish Pabrai in 2007, I purchased it on May 12, 2019. It has 208 pages and I made highlights on 63 pages. This is another book Phil and Danielle mentioned on their Invested podcast, and Phil continues to mention it. He loves this book so much. The first highlight comes from the first page of the book, the acknowledgement page. I have very few original ideas. Virtually everything has been lifted from somewhere. These great investors and the ones before them have done a lot of the hard work for us. We can take a little from Buffett, a little from Munger, a little from Town, and we can take a little from Pabrai. We can incorporate what has worked for them, their principles, their investing practice, what they read, what they watch, what they listen to, into our investing. The key though isn't to blindly follow or copy. We still need to do our own due diligence on the information we take in. The second highlight is on page 68. Even such invincible businesses today as eBay, Google, Microsoft, Toyota, and American Express will all eventually decline and disappear. We need to humbly remember that businesses with durable moats won't be around forever. We play a dangerous game if we think a company we are following will never be challenged by competitors. We play an even more dangerous game if we think that a company we are following will always beat its competitors. We may of course be able to invest in a company for many years and receive a solid return from that investment, but we need to remember that no business lasts forever. The final highlight is from page 103. Whenever I make investments, I assume that the gap is highly likely to close in 3 years or less. My own experience as a professional investor over the past 7 years has been that the vast majority of gaps close in under 18 months. The gap Mohnish talks about here is the gap between the discount price paid and when it moves up to intrinsic value. Phil Town also talks about wanting to see this gap close between 1 to 3 years. This obviously isn't a set time frame, but knowing that, generally speaking, the gap should close in this time frame is comforting. And it makes sense too. The market is relatively quick to correct its pricing errors. I was inspired by last week's honourable highlight, so here's one from this book. It's on page 129. Read voraciously. This is what this channel is all about, encouraging beginner investors to read. I say it at the beginning of every video. The best investors read, and they read a lot. Here is that instruction in print. Thank you Mohnish Pabrai for writing The Dhandho Investor. In each video I tally up the cost of the books I've read. As this was book 13, the total cost is $334.29, and that's in Australian dollars. To help build this channel, please click like and subscribe, and let me know what investing principle or idea you've lifted. Leave a comment or question below and I'll be sure to follow up. And I hope your day is full of highlights.